food they're eating this holiday season. So to help us get into that right mindset is 6 News reporter Michael Thomas. He joined us now live from Sparrow's Demo Kitchen. Good morning, Michael.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. That's right. It's all about cookies, candy, and everything else during the holidays, but we never want to have too much of that. I've got with me here this morning registered dietitian Sarah Smith. She's been talking about all the different holiday treats. We're going to zoom in on some of these that she made, talk about each one a little bit very briefly, and then we'll go into some chocolate bark afterwards.
Alrighty, so thanks for having me this morning, Michael. This is called the Fruitylicious Cake. The crust of the cake is actually dates and pecans and a little bit of vanilla layered with different types of fruit such as kiwi, bananas, raspberries, and blueberries. So that's kind of a typical fruit cake for the holidays. This is a much more nutrient-dense fruit cake.
And you mentioned earlier you want to make sure that you have some type of like fruit inside of your meals at some point. So this would be a good example of that.
For a dessert, yes. Yep. So there's a lot of fruit, but then there's a lot of healthy fats and protein from the pecans that are in here as well.
And then we've got, of course, these snickerdoodles that we'll go into a little bit more on one of our next hits. And then we've got the oatmeal cookies. We're going to move the camera down this way. Now, Sarah and I prepared this a little bit ago, and we weren't able to do it on camera because of timing. But take a look at this. This is some chocolate bark. Take a little bit deeper dive into the healthier version of this and how it's going to fill that sweet and salty need.
So I melted dark chocolate chips. So dark chocolate is full of antioxidants to help with our immune system. And then I layered it with unsweetened coconut flakes, pretzels, unsalted pistachios, slivered almonds, and also dried cherries for that sweet and salty taste everybody looks for when they're looking at candies.
And we'll pop this into the refrigerator for about an hour or so, and then we'll bring the camera back up here a little bit more. So Sarah, talk a little bit very briefly, what are some 3 tips when it comes to going to a holiday party? What should you do? One of them would be eat before you go like you regularly would, and the next 2?
Stay hydrated, drink plenty of fluids, and then always, always, always stay away from the buffet table if you're really worried about your portion sizes. So eat your meals sitting down, put your fork down between bites, and then make sure when you're gathering with people and socializing that you're not socializing around the buffet table.
Which is something that I never do, because every time there's a social event, I'm like, sure, let me grab another piece of pizza, like if it's a chip. Literally all the time, I'm the worst, I know.
Michael, but you should take my advice.
I know, I do, everybody, most of the time. I wonder if our weather department takes the advice. Actually, you know what? Blake has actually been really focusing on his health. Blake, tell everybody, he really has been doing good. I'm not being sarcastic, everybody. Blake, take it away with the weather and your health.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
I mean, if you mean by health, I do stay hydrated. I listened to Sarah's second tip very well. I drink a lot of water. Always have